back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Lola and this is our channel, TheHartLife. You might hear one of my kids' toys spazzing in the background. I just can't get it to turn off, but that's besides the point. So obviously if you guys are here, it's because you're interested to know what has been going on from my 24-week to about my 26-week pregnancy update. So I'm going to update you guys all on that. So I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just going to jump right into it, and I'm apologize ahead of time because you might hear airplanes passing by. I'm right by my window, so you might hear airplanes passing by every now and then, depending on how long this video is. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so in the beginning of my 24 weeks is when I started to really feel heartburn. I really didn't feel a whole lot of heartburn in the beginning, but normally they say if you have heartburn or like acid reflux that the baby's supposed to have a lot of hair. Now when I was pregnant the last time, I had a whole lot of heartburn, and for those of you guys who know and have followed me on Instagram, you guys know that obviously Athena has tons of hair. She was born with tons of hair. After a while it did fall out, but that's pretty typical and normal. So I mean, for the most part that's what they say, so fingers crossed. Before I say anything else, I'm going to link my gender reveal video up below, so just in case you guys are curious what I'm having, because I'm about to spoil it in this video. But yes, baby boy might just have a whole lot of hair. I'm super excited that I know that we're having a boy, just because it's our first boy, obviously. But I mean, yeah, because we have two girls and now we're finally having a boy, so that's really exciting. During week 24, I ended up in the hospital due to a headache that lasted about like 5 days long. So I don't know if this is really normal. It never happened to me before. I don't know if this is normal. You guys can comment down below and tell me if you ever experienced this, but I had a headache that lasted for like 5 days, and it was just so stubborn. I've tried drinking tons of water, tried staying off my feet, tried, you know, eating small meals every couple hours. But then when I ended up going to the hospital, they ended up telling me that it was probably my blood pressure fluctuating up and down. They just told me to, you know, just be careful with that, because there is a history of preeclampsia that runs on my mom's side of the family. My mom had it, I want to say, with all her pregnancies, but it's a real difficult thing to deal with. It is a very serious thing, so obviously I'm taking extra precaution to make sure that that doesn't happen, because when I went to the hospital just to get rid of the actual headache, they had to give me like a steroid, like through an IV, and that was not fun because I wasted like 3 hours in the hospital just for that. And yes, granted, it was nice to get it taken care of and to get it looked at, because obviously it could have been something a lot more serious. But yeah, I had no clue that that having a headache that long and that bad can honestly be linked to preeclampsia. I had no clue. It wasn't until I had made a post on Facebook and somebody was like, you need to go to the hospital like now, because if it's preeclampsia, yeah, some really bad stuff can happen. I had no clue. So that was something I guess I learned that was new. That was a little scary, obviously, for everybody, but you know, we got through it. And you know, so far, I mean, I've been going to my doctors and my blood pressure has been fine lately. So I mean, maybe it was just, you know, stress, I'm assuming, because stress can obviously make your blood pressure fluctuate, and I am home with 2 small children all day while trying to maintain the house, obviously. So I know I finally came to realization around this time, obviously, that at this point in time I don't plan on breastfeeding, just because at this point I'm just kind of like, I breastfed Athena. She just finished being weaned, and for a while I was like, oh my goodness, if I breastfeed I'm gonna be tandem feeding, and she's a very clingy child. She's one of those kids that wants constant attention from mommy. I don't know if it's due to the fact that she is breastfed, but obviously having 2 smaller children, Ryleigh starting school, and us still trying to figure out the dynamic of 3 kids, I just feel like it'd just be best for me to bottle feed. And yes, I know a lot of people are probably gonna have a whole lot to say about it because you know they think that breast is best, and honestly, a fed baby is what's best at this point. Ryleigh was on formula. Athena, yes, she was, you know, breastfed, but at this point, I just am trying to make things a little less stressful for myself. So I think that that's the best thing to do for our family, especially with Ryleigh starting school around the same time he's going to be born. So yeah. So moving on to week 25, I did have an anatomy scan around week 25. It was right in the beginning of me turning 25 weeks. And I know that's like really late for an anatomy scan, but I had one scheduled and then I forgot I scheduled it because, you know, pregnancy brain and all that. I really feel like that's an actual thing because I completely forgot I had an anatomy scan, so then I had to reschedule it, and as soon as I can get in I was going to be 25 weeks at that point, which was fine. I was fine because I already knew the gender of the baby because I did the blood test and I did the sneak peek test. But this is little man at the anatomy scan, and I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but if you don't, you definitely should. Athena's picture, like her profile, kind of looks similar to his. So I'm kind of assuming that he's probably going to look just like his sister. People say that she looks more like Matt than she does me, which it's fine, but it is what it is. So at the anatomy scan, you know, my doctor obviously, you know, went over, you know, the risk of preeclampsia and like basically your do's and your don'ts. But then she also mentioned that if it is hereditary, then I mean you can't really help that. But I mean, so she just told me, you know, take extra precaution, make sure you take your vitamins, stay hydrated, which is all good things. When we went, Abel was weighing about 1 pound 16 ounces around the time. So at 25 weeks, he was weighing 1 pound 16 ounces. And surprisingly, he was already in like head down position. I don't know how they can, I mean, I'm assuming they just saw through the ultrasound like, oh yeah, his head's all the way down there. So it was just pretty interesting to know that because I don't think Athena actually turned head down until a lot later. So I'm starting to wonder like if he's already in head down position at 25 weeks, does that mean that I might go early? I don't know. You guys can comment down below and let me know if you guys think that means I'm gonna go early, but I'm just a little curious. I have no clue. So that's gonna be really interesting to see because I mean they say all pregnancies are different, and obviously I didn't go into labor with Athena until 41 weeks and 2 days, and I was actually induced, so we'll see. So at 26 weeks, basically that's when everything kind of just started getting real. My stomach got a whole lot bigger, and to be honest with you, it's just crazy because I was talking to my doctor and my feet are like super swollen and everything just seems really tight. Like my stomach seems a lot tighter this time around, a lot earlier than the last time. So I don't know if that means that he's going to be a little bit bigger, but definitely feels a lot tighter. Maybe it's just the way he's laying, I don't know. But yeah, so between my swollen feet and that, and then lately too, I've been like really tired really easily. So like I've been like going to bed early and then waking up not too early, but like obviously the kids wake up at like 7:30 every morning, so I'm up with them every morning around that time. But I've been going to bed actually a whole lot earlier than I used to, so I mean that's not a terrible thing though. So but I have been, you know, I have been dealing with the swollen feet thing, and I remember I didn't start to deal with that with Athena until I was like a little later on throughout my pregnancy. I was probably like about 32 weeks, 33 weeks when my feet started getting really swollen. But I mean, I used to be able to walk even a short distance and my feet not get swollen. But this time around, it's like I can walk a couple blocks and my feet swell up like an elephant, and it's really unflattering. But yeah, so that's really interesting too. I did see my doctor on the 26th, like my OB, and she was telling me that starting July 1st, which by the time you guys see this video, it'll be past July 1st, but yeah, by July 1st, I will be starting my every 2 week appointments, so I'll be going every other week, which is exciting but nerve-wracking because obviously it means that at this point we're getting closer and closer to meeting little guy. So I'm really excited but super nervous at the same time because it's kind of one of those like unexpected things. Like just I mean, I'm gonna be a mom of a little boy. Like that's incredible to me. Like it's something that it took a while to sink in. But yeah, when I found out I was pregnant, I kind of like my intuition was telling me like it's a boy, but in my head I'm like there's no way. There's no way I am having a boy because I'm just so used to girls at this point. So like having a boy is definitely going to be um just a change of the dynamic. Like the family dynamic is going to be so different this time around. Just because it's a boy. So just make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below and I mean share with anybody that you would like to that is going through pregnancy, is going through similar things. I would be more open to discussion in the comments about any of the questions that you guys have. So please make sure to subscribe and I will see you guys in the next update video. Oh, I almost forgot to give you guys a belly shot. So right now I am about 27 weeks. I just turned 27 weeks. So this is a belly shot. So I'm just going to show you guys. Alright, well I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!